This is set number 9, slides 1 through 12 of Daniel's 70th week, 75 days, the year of Jubilee, co-presentation with the End Time Pilgrim by the Tribulation Network. I have been your host, Doug Krieger of the Tribulation Network. Again, we can be found here at the two websites, www.the-tribulation-network.com and www.endtimepilgrim.org. And we will be viewing the final set. Again, we have the chart of the 70 weeks of Daniel before you. And again, highlighting the fact that in the middle of the week is the Feast of Tabernacles, the abomination of desolation. And again, Jesus showed up at the Feast of Tabernacles and declared the indwelling spirit, out of his innermost being shall flow rivers of living water. But here we see the desecration of the human spirit as well as the desecration of the temple, in which the abomination of desolation takes place and Satan enters into the body of Antichrist, from whence he is entitled the beast. Also, the Feast of Dedication Jesus appeared at, in which his divinity is declared, I am the Son of God. Of course, we have at this point in time the seating of the Antichrist in the temple of God, declaring himself that he is God. So these two feast days, the Feast of Tabernacles and the Feast of Dedication, both of which are very significant in that Jesus partakes of them in the Gospel of John, and to declare his divinity at the Feast of Dedication, and then also to declare that out of man's innermost being shall flow rivers of living water, the promise of the indwelling spirit, which is juxtaposed to the Antichrist, in whom Satan enters into and desecrates the temple of man. Number 9, from the middle of the week there will be 1290 days of desolations, in fulfillment of Daniel chapter 12, verse 11. And from the time that the daily sacrifice is taken away, that's 1,010 days of sacrifice, and the abomination of desolation is set up, there shall be 1,290 days. This is found in Daniel 12:11. Daniel 12:11's 1,290 days of desolation must be added to the 1010 days of sacrifice to arrive at the 2,300 days to fulfill the latter half of Daniel's 8, verse 13 and 14, in which it says, and the transgression of desolation, the one giving of both the sanctuary, 1010 days, and 2, the host to be trampled underfoot, 1,290 days of desolation. And he said to me, for 2,300 days, literally, evening mornings, then the sanctuary shall be cleansed. This is 30 days beyond the end of Daniel's 70th week, or 30 days beyond the 1,260 days, or 30 days beyond 2,520 days. Therefore you have 1,010 days of sacrifice, at which point in time they are terminated at the abomination of desolation in the middle of the week, and an additional 1,290 days of desolations. Together, 1010 plus 1,290 equals 2,300 days of sacrifice and the trampling underfoot of the host. The first resurrection and rapture of all the saints from Adam to the end of the 70th week. All Old Testament and New Testament, including tribulation saints, will take place on the 2,520th day, the end of Daniel's 70th week, the commencement of the sounding of the last trumpet, the trumpets of the Day of Atonement. The wrath of the Lamb, the 7 vials, will be poured out, number 12, upon the earthlings, who have worshipped the beast, the image of the beast, taken the mark and the number of his name during the 30 days of the winepress of the wrath of God. Revelation chapter 14, verse 19. 13. The Bema, or judgment seat of Christ, will take place during the 30 days. Thus, two judgments occur, one in the heavens with all saints, and one on the earth, the 30 days of the wrath of the Lamb. The Day of Atonement, Israel's civic calendar. The Almighty deals with the nations in judgment. Commences the 75 days as Passover commences the 70th week, the sacred calendar. 10 Tishri commences the 30 days of the wrath of the Lamb, the civic calendar. The marriage ceremony, that is, the marriage of the Lamb has come, and his wife has made herself ready, Revelation 19:7, occurs within the 30 days as well, in the heavens. Number 15, the second coming of Christ takes place at the close of the 30 days, the day that no man knows. The Battle of Armageddon concludes the 30 days. The beast and false prophet are cast into the lake of fire. The great supper of God is finished, Revelation 19 and verse 17. And the 45 days of blessedness commences. Blessed are those who are called to the marriage supper of the Lamb, Revelation 19:9. This is the wedding reception. This is Gavin Finley's space-time, where time will be pulled aside. Here we have a picture of Joseph at meal with the Egyptians on the left and the Hebrews on the right. Each one thinks they know who he is, but both will not know his fullness until he reveals himself to his brothers on the right, the Hebrews. It is this time of blessedness that Messiah's complete disclosure will be made known to all. Number 16. The 45 days will be the time of blessedness. You shall see me no more, Jesus said, till you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Matthew 23:39 and Luke 6:28. This will be the time when Joseph, if you would, will reveal himself to his brethren. Then they will look on me, the pierced one. Yes, they will mourn for him as one mourns for his only son, and grieve for him as one grieves for a firstborn. Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 10. And so all Israel shall be saved. As it is written, the deliverer, Messiah, will come out of Zion, and he will turn away ungodliness from Jacob. For this is my covenant with them when I take away their sins. Romans chapter 11, verses 26 and 27. Number 17. This is the day no man knoweth, not even the Son of Man. Why? Because, again, as we've said, it is not on Israel's feast calendar. That is, the second coming of Messiah. Number 18. After the 45 days, the third feast of dedication will take place in fulfillment of Daniel 9:24, and to anoint the most holy place, the millenarian temple of Ezekiel, chapter 40 through 48, will commence the year of Jubilee. 75 days on the Hebrew calendar separates the Day of Atonement from Hanukkah, the Feast of Dedication. Number 19. The millennial reign of the Son of David, 1,000 years. Revelation chapter 20, verses 4 through 6. This is the year of Jubilee. So concludes Daniel's week plus 75 days. And it shall come to pass that every one who is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. And it shall be that whichever of the families of the earth do not come up to Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, on them there will be no rain. Zechariah chapter 14, verses 16 through 17. The year of Jubilee, the Feast of Tabernacles, in fulfillment of Zechariah chapter 14, verses 16 through 17. The great white throne judgment at the conclusion of the millenarian reign. And I saw a great white throne, and him who sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, standing before God. And books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged according to their works, by the things which were written in the books. Revelation chapter 20, verses 11 and 12. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away. The woman, the Lamb's bride. Come, I will show you the woman, the Lamb's bride. And he carried me away in the Spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. 12 gates are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, 12 foundations, and on them were the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. Revelation chapter 21, verses 9 and 10, and 12 and 14. Again, this has been a special presentation of the End Time Pilgrim .org and www.the-tribulation-network.com. I've been your host, Doug Krieger. Again, God bless you. Thank you for listening and for viewing this special presentation on the 70 weeks of Daniel and the 75 days following and the year of Jubilee. God bless you.